to have you here and listen this talk. Today we will talk about how to become a web developer, right? I don't know if you are seeing my screen. I hope yeah. First, I want to talk about allWomen, yeah, about us. Okay, there is more people. Hi, Motoko, can you hear me? Perfect. Okay, perfect. So we are a Tech Academy. Yeah, we are for women and by women. That's mean our student and our teacher are women. Yes, we think that having this space, like safe space to be together and create networking and see our teachers that are in the tech field working, all our professors in general working in companies, only the ones that are in full time can work, but the others work in very good companies in the tech field, and that is like the example is the best thing to do always. So we are specialized in data science, data analytics. Today we will be talking about the web development course that will be starting in January. Also, we have product management courses, UX, UI design, and UX writing and content management from April 21. So in case you want to hear about all our courses or understand which are the best course for you that fits for your career, your objectives, etc., don't hesitate. I will let my mail in the chat, so you can have a call without any compromise to talk about your background and your objective. Yeah. Something very important is like with this COVID, we learn about this flexible thing to be flexible, and that is why we have now a teacher as Marta in Asturias, and we have a student now in Finland, in Berlin, in UK. We really believe that it's very good to have like a Europe networking, and we also have European, sorry, networking. We also have some student in UX. 1 second, I will admit Charlie. We have some students in the past in UX, in US and different countries, but really it's very good to have this new thing. But also we try to also connect them. If I know that one of the students go to Berlin, etc., I am trying to connect with all the women that are now a student or graduate in our academy and try to put in contact there. You know, we will have a new campus in Barcelona, also very big, new. That is good because we are flexible and we have this remote thing that we also have a space in Barcelona. In case you want to come, you are all welcome. And the idea is that even if you want to work in your project, etc., that will be a space for all of our students and graduate. Yeah, obviously we are positive, we are inclusive. This is a safe space to learn. We are a growing community that want to empower women, obviously, and raise awareness. So that is why we create this type of courses. We really work in create opportunities, find scholarship, also do events, create talks for free. So there is more awareness and more women in tech in the future, because it's really important that we are in every field that create our future as a humanity. This is a video that you can see it in our YouTube channel. I really want to share that we have that, so you can hear this talk and other talk in the future, and hear about our graduate and etc. That is very important that you have the access to see all of these type of things. In numbers, we are a lot of women, more than 15K women in our community, graduate, women that want to receive the newsletter, women that want to participate in our event, talks, etc. And in our event, we have 3 startups very soon in December, so we wait to have you all of you here in this event because it will be very good. We have like 5 companies and Nestle and other that are looking for women, yeah, for different open position, and you will having talks and also like a hiring fair, like different stand where you can meet the companies, yeah. And we have more than 160 graduates at allWomen now. We only have 2 years, and it's really good to see how we grow. And the last number, the hiring partners, we are very lucky, and we have a lot of like corporate and a startup that want to be in our hiring days, hiring fairs, be in contact with us. They send us open positions. We have a Slack channel with all of our alumni, and we share this open position with all of them. And we try to create also some opportunities for portfolio, etc. That is very good, and we are always trying to find more. I am in LinkedIn a lot of time and trying to find new companies in different parts of the world, also through our teacher that work in N26, Elastica, LinkedIn, etc. So here more of the companies. And we will talk about the web developer course. The first question is why you are here today. I don't know if you want to share a little about your experience, or if you want to share your background, but it's not as we are recording. I don't know if you feel comfortable, but if you want to do a little introduction, it will be good to hear. But I don't know if you want it. If you want, say, I want. It's okay? No? Okay, let's go directly to see a little about who is this for. This we really do all of our courses for women that want a career changer, want to do a career booster, or entrepreneur. Like, it's not like you need a previous background specifically, or you need to have some knowledge. It's really that we will help you in all this on all this path, yeah. And we create a pre-work, we do an assessment to understand if you have the analytical skills, not the tech skill, because the tech skill you can learn it, but the analytical, we will work with you to see if this is also something that you like it, etc. Yeah, but our program are prepared to support you in this path. So as I said, we are looking more for an attitude and all of kind of background, yeah. That is a term that I stop to speak and I give the word to Marta to if you can introduce yourself, Marta, it will be great.
Sure. So hi, I'm Marta. I'm Polish. I was living in Barcelona. I'm not sure if all of you are from Barcelona right now, but I was living in Barcelona for 3 years. I moved to Asturias in September, but I think I'm gonna come back like in summer, maybe after this madness that is happening in the world. So I work as a JavaScript developer, doing mostly front end, but my position is basically, you can say, full stack. And I work remote for more than a year. So actually for me, remote working started before pandemic. Before I was working at Typeform, maybe you know the company. It's quite popular in Barcelona for 2.5 years. And for a bunch of other companies too. But before Typeform, I was working in Poland. So I have like around 8 years of experience right now. And now I work for Elastic. Not sure if you know this company. It's quite big, but it's very technical. So basically, it's like once you are in the industry, you know Elastic, but it's not targeted for like people. Like you know, it's not Facebook, it's not Instagram, it's not something that you use every day, so that you don't know it. But I'm super I feel super grateful that I got positioned in this company because it's really good with really good culture. We actually got an award this year for like the most friendly place when it comes to diversity. So I'm super happy about it. And coming back to the subject, so what is web development and what a web developer does? Obviously, you probably know that it's like a work that involves building and maintaining websites and web apps, if you make a differentiation here, because there is some, but it's like very fluid. So you probably know that like there are so many things that you can do through internet that you cannot really easily say what does the web developer do, because like you can work on some kind of e-commerce store, so you can sell products. You can build something that will sell products, or you can work on a news site and create like a service that will present you that. I think that the big chunk of the work of a developer is like building new features and maintaining the old ones, because once you build something, that doesn't stop there. Like very often the pages just crash, and I think there is very small probability that something that was once built will be working in few years from now. That's why, for example, all the government services are so bad. I'm not sure if it's the same in Spain, probably yes. Well, the taxes one are, because I use them. That's probably because they don't have really the modern attitude that everything breaks after time. So you need to maintain things, and maintain means fixing bugs, reacting to what's happening, reacting to hackers, attacks, many things. Yeah, so that's basically the answer to this question. Should I kind of go on with like everything, or Ines, do you have more questions for me?
I will do an interview.
Okay.
But if you want to make question, please stop me and go for it.
Sure, that's a question for you, girls.
Yeah. Yeah, also. I want to talk about what is the difference, because it's something that I study a little, but what is the difference between the back end and the front end role?
So, I mean, so I just saw that both Eva and Natalia, you have you do have the experience with development, right? Okay. Just made a comment here. So like but I'm gonna follow because it's also for recording. So I'm just gonna answer this question. Sorry if it's not clear for you. But like a front end, I think that there is this analogy that is quite popular with restaurant, that like front end you can imagine as a work of a waiter that serves to customers and just serves the beautiful dishes and shows it to customers so they can eat them. And a backend job is basically what's invisible. So work in the kitchen. There's a lot of mess there. There is a cook that is like shouting at everyone, or maybe not. Maybe she's a nice person. But like there is a lot of things going on, but the customer doesn't see it. And it's quite similar with like a backend and frontend, because frontend is whatever you see on your page, and backend is basically the guts. So basically what is working under the hood, but you cannot really see it. So like, for example, on an example of a Facebook page, if you see the page and you see that, oh, you have a logo here, and here you have like events or some content that is dedicated for you, how it looks, it's a front end. But what is displayed to you, or the fact that you have different account, like once you log in, you have different account than some other person, that's backend.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. And do you think that you need a specific background to be a web developer, even with said no, but maybe some soft skill or hard skill that you need to use?
I don't think that you need a specific background, but definitely I think that you need passion. And saying that, I don't think that you need to have like that should be your primary motivation, that you're just hooked and you're just sitting every day for 12 hours during the night, just like a typical, when you imagine like a coder from 80s, like a person that is just sitting like that. But like if you don't really like it and your primary motivation, your only motivation is just money, then it's not gonna work. If it's your primary motivation, I think it can work. But if you have at least some of this passion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like when it comes to soft skills, I think that the most important one in every probably working technology would be resilience. Like basically not getting frustrated all the time with what you're building, and curiosity, I would say. So not just trying to solve the problem, but also kind of trying to understand why in the first it was a problem. And also something that I really would like to put a lot of effort to during the bootcamp is kind of like a balance between doing and learning. Because I think that people very often are navigating a little bit more towards one of those, and this is not necessarily good. Because like once you're focused on doing, then you're gonna be this Stack Overflow Googler. So someone that is just like trying to find solution and then puts it together, and at some point you're just gonna have like a massive code base that you don't understand. Or you can be this researcher, so someone that is never doing anything but is trying to, once I learn this thing, then I can finally, like do something on my own. And like going with, endless basis of like knowledge, books and whatever, but then without practice, you won't learn. It's the same like every skill, I think. Like you cannot learn also, like yoga by reading materials, or you cannot learn languages without using them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you can learn some things and then go to practice them, and that is the perfect balance. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are the tools that you use in your current work? Like, yeah.
I mean, so there is a lot of tools. Like first of all, first one is the IDE, so the developer editor, which is the one that is the most popular right now is VS Code. Some people use WebStorm, but I prefer VS Code because it's very well developed. We use GitHub for code as a code repository service. And when it comes to GitHub, in my current work, I also use it as a project management tool. So like for example, if you have experience, you probably know that some people use Jira, some people use Trello for that, but we just use GitHub and it works fine for us. Everything is just an issue on GitHub. That's not just that. We also use kind of like, as every programmer, we use, front-end developer, I would say, we use Chrome for programming because it has very good tools. Same for Firefox. And there's a lot of tools that are not specific for programming, but we, for example, use Zoom for like teleconferencing, or Miro for basically drawing concepts. I could talk a lot about this one.
And if you can explain, ladies, if you want to do a question to Marta, please let me know. But if you can explain because Marta designed this bootcamp with other professor, obviously, but she's one of the mine on the My Master. So if you can explain the bootcamp and why you decide to put that the structure, etc., it would be great to have this explanation here. Yeah.
Okay, so like there are two things that I would like to talk about when it comes to the structure of the bootcamp, because I think that we should focus on, firstly, how it's being structured week by week. So what are you going to learn every week? And also about like the skills that we want to basically add to this bootcamp. So we kind of like base this bootcamp on 6 pillars that, in our opinion, makes a person effective developer. So first one is like knowledge of languages and frameworks. This is basically the knowledge that we need to get to operate. Then we would like to give you the good foundations on computer science. And that's mostly firstly for interviewing, because computer science is something that is being checked very often during interviews. And also for like finding problems with your code and understanding under the hood how computer works. Then we would like to focus also on like problem-solving approach. So like basically how to actually find a solution where you have no idea what to do. So like you are getting this massive, like a piece of a task, and someone is telling you just do that, and you don't know where to look for. So we just came up with some strategies what to do in this case. And of course, the most important is breathe. And also we want to practice with you technical communication. So not just only how to write code, but also how to talk about it and how to talk about abstractions with other developers for you, so you can understand other people that are also in your profession, and non-technical communication. So like simplifying communication for other members of the team, or like just basically knowing with what language to talk to different people. And the last one is basically, I called it best practices in engineering attitude. What I meant by that is learning all the tools that can make your lives easier. And by tools, I also mean like documentation, testing, strategies for those things, debugging. And, it's very easy when you're a programmer to kind of like trying to find a problem that has been already solved. And I'm not talking about like Google, but also your own code base, your company's code base. So sometimes it's worth to basically just find those hints, and I just want you to know how to do it. So that's those 6 pillars. And apart from that, probably if you are here, you check the curriculum, so you know how is the course structured week by week. We're gonna be focused in the first 5 weeks on strict web development. So just front end, I call it like the face of web page, which means that it will give you the knowledge to build not very interactive web page that still will be impressive. So something that will be like a portfolio with some slider and some gallery or something like that. But it's not gonna be interactive with backend. And then we're gonna go to computer science part. That was intentionally that I don't want you to go to computer science straight, because I think that this is kind of those two can be kind of discouraging because they are difficult, and it's better to kind of have a base of like play a little bit, make mistakes, not care that much about the like tough things, and then you learn those tough things, and then you can maybe correct your code. Then we're gonna go to intermediate JavaScript, which are concepts that sometimes even advanced developers don't know. You would probably think, then why would you put it there? Like it's just the beginning, but I think that that's gonna give us advantage because that's also like, I want you to find a job quickly after this bootcamp. And we cannot give a guarantee that I don't think so, but like we would like what is in our power to make this. That's why we also are going to care about other things.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go to the second phase that is called web development in depth, and then we're gonna start by building a web app. So something more interactive, something where you not only see, like click through the page and you can see you can read the content, read in a sense of like, you can also modify it as a user. And what we're gonna build is one of the app. I think that it's gonna be, I'm not sure because that's the part that Jessica is working on, but I think it's gonna be like a book app or something similar. So like a book catalog where you can just add your favorite books, you can add them to different lists. And this is something that we're gonna start with working for the next few weeks. And then, so basically focusing firstly on the backend, on backend technologies, learning how to connect to database, and also working with JavaScript, Node. Then I know that Jessica wants to make it more in depth with best practices. I think that this one can be also kind of like as tough as computer science, but don't worry, we're gonna try to make it easy for you. And then we're gonna continue our app starting from, just like I said, from backend part to frontend part. and using framework, the most popular right now, which is React. In the meantime, of course, just like I said, we're gonna kind of like add pieces from those 6 pillars. So it's not gonna be just knowledge, but also we're gonna practice communication and some other things. And then last phase is final project, where we're gonna present you with around 10 topics, 10 projects that will be structured. You're gonna get a subject and minimal requirements and extra requirements. So you can either choose one of our projects, and you can just think like, okay, I want to do this. This is what I have to do. This is, and then you can just basically watch with what you've learned in phase 2, build something on your own and have it in your portfolio. Or if you have some specific background, for example, you are, I'm not sure, like specified in. Give me some ideas, Ines, because I don't know.
No, but I know that a lot of the women that we have been talking about this course are maybe even entrepreneurs that they want to like apply this to create their own thing. They don't want to maybe go to another and do outsourcing because they want to be really the owner of this. Yeah. So maybe we have like lawyers or different type of background really.
So actually, I got an idea. So basically, let's imagine that you're like a fitness freak and you want to create your own fitness tracker. So this is something that you could do, and people can just like then download your app or go to your webpage and just log in and then track their progress. Or just like Ines said, if you have some idea, you can also, if that's something that you want, you can think about the technologies you're interested in. So you can create a game and have our support. So for the last 4 or 5 weeks, we're gonna work on that. And in the meantime, during this final project, we also are planning to have like an interview process for you. I also am thinking that maybe we'll do it twice. This is like a new concept, but basically in the 3rd phase, at the beginning, we're gonna talk about like how to interview and some we're gonna have some extra tasks for you, like for example, setting up your LinkedIn account or creating a resume. So we just want to look at this and give you some tips. And in the meantime, each one of you would go through like a mock interview process and get some feedback from us. And this is going to happen async. So like every participant will have it individually.
Yeah. We really work we said, and I will talk about this, that this is not a course, so we don't think this as a course. We think as a program, and we really want, and our success is, as Marta said, is when you really are working as a web developer in a company. So that is our, like we said, okay, and even though we will still connect with some product managers as of now that are now maybe 1.5 years working as a PM, but we have this alumni program. We work with them in mentorship program, but we want to launch next year. So it's not like, okay, learn, you have this and go. No, it's like a program, as Marta say, we really want to that you are like prepared to have a new job and a new career and opportunities there. So maybe we can go to the next slide talking about jobs. If you can see the market, maybe you are more aware of the market. I really makes like a search in LinkedIn, like web developer of full stack. So I'm not worried about all these ladies that will be taking this bootcamp, because it's really, there is a lot of opportunity. Even it's a good job if you want to work remote, I think. But maybe you are the expert and can talk about this better than me regarding job opportunities.
So to be honest, I would not really, I mean, it depends on the company, but I would not recommend working remote as your first position. Maybe right now, right now, maybe that's not there is no other option. I also think that there's So for example, in my company, we don't communicate that much. Actually, my day-to-day looks like I'm working during the morning and afternoon, and I have to sync at 4, but that's because I work with Americans. And so basically I don't have, also I don't want to stay to during like 10 so I can per program with them, I'm just, that lazy. I know that, for example, my friend, he was telling me that he's like 8 hours per mob programming. Mob programming is with like a pair programming, so pair programming 2 people, but in more people. And he says that his roommates hate them because he's always loud, because he's just talking and talking and talking. So I think it's possible, but pair programming is super, it's like the fastest way to improve. It's super tiring. So I guess it's good for beginning. About the job opportunities, just like I said before, like you can become front-end developer, back-end developer, or full-stack developer. I think that full-stack developers very often happen in small companies when companies are not that big and you need to wear all the hats. But even like if you get a job in bigger company, front-end doesn't mean what it used to mean 10 years ago, because you can be more like UI oriented, so more on focused on CSS, so more like visual person, or you can be more architecture oriented. I'm gonna give you like an easy example. So like imagine that you have a list of products on the page, and then you have like a small arrow on the top. If you click on the arrow, then the list is gonna be sorted by price. And so someone that is making this list looking pretty, so displays an image here and here text, that's a more CSS-oriented person. Someone that makes the sorting properly, that's more algorithm-oriented person. And this is like very often in companies, they also make this distinction. Then in the backend, you can also have like, there's so many shades of that, what you're doing right now, and there's so many knowledge that you need to learn. And I'm not gonna tell you how many jobs are there now. I think it's probably not also, like, there's a lot of jobs, but I think it's also not probably the best period to kind of like look for, because there's a lot of people that also lost jobs right now because of pandemics. So like, I'm positive about the future because it's gonna be better soon. And also I think that as much as like American market is probably saturated right now, which means that there is a lot of programmers there, that's not the case in Europe yet, because we are much cheaper than Americans. I'm just saying that because actually before accepting this position, I was reading and watching a lot of videos on YouTube about like job after bootcamp, only to see if that makes sense right now, because my background is I graduated from university, and I wouldn't like to be in something that doesn't really make sense, and I think it does. Also, I think that teams are aiming for diversity right now, and I'm not saying that it's easier if you are a woman to get a job. That's definitely not true, but it's better if you have a diverse team. There are actually science behind that diverse team perform better because there is more diversity and people think differently, and then they have better results. So your background actually can be a huge advantage for companies, and there are companies that care about this and that would like to hire you for that, and for your skills, of course. You also need to have skills.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. I used to work in a big company firm, and it's important, like the knowledge that you have in your industry. Not only that you are a great programmer, if you, I don't know, you are the best in Java, but you don't know very well the bank industry, you are not the best candidate. That maybe you are not so good in Java, but you know, or even you have working for years in a bank. It's like you have hard knowledge, and they value us maybe the same. So it's good to try to maintain, or even the background or whatever that you can link your new career if you are changing, and trying to upskill that.
Definitely. Also, I cannot tell you how many candidates we just rejected because they were just mean or like that's also important, basically soft skills, because in the end you're gonna work with those people, and those people are going to just lift you with their skills, trying to teach you things, and nobody wants to work with people that are thinking too highly of themselves or just being rude.
Yeah.
So just like I said before, like this developer, that is basically like a male person that is like sitting for 12 hours and thinking that he's the smartest. That's not what is happening right now in web development. It's all about collaboration. That's another soft skill that you really have to have working in this industry.
Empathy, collaboration, communication. You need to sell your ideas, no? And we have this. I will explain a little about our program in the future. Do you have any question, girls? Hi, Elena. Hi, Sarah. I know these two girls. Do you have any question there? No? Okay. So we can go to the next slide. So here you can see our teachers. So in case you are interested in this program, you can see their LinkedIn's. I can share this if you send me your mail. So if you want to have a talk, I can share it. But here you have the names. You can search them in LinkedIn. We have Jessica Perez, that is the backend at Wallapop, and Manana, that is the front end engineer at Typeformer, and Marta, here with us. So talking about career development, because we, as I said, in allWomen, we really think that we finish our deliver. Our value really is to try to help you and support you in this career change or even upskilling path, but really be with you. So we have this admission assessment, because it's important that you understand what you will need to use, and if you really like. So Marta and the other teachers create this assessment where you can try it with no compromise. If you want to try it, if it's something fun for you, if it's go well with your objective, with your skill, etc., and you can try it. As that is before you pay, you make the contract, etc. Make the description. Once you have this admission with me, that is an interview that we also talk about career and fit, etc. So once you have that and the admission, you go to the description. Once you go to the description, we have also a pre-work. So to try to have the same level in all the students, and also we have a day zero to really take advantage of the time and explain all the things that you will be using as a Slack channel with your classmate. You will be having classmates in different parts of the world, also obviously in Spain, etc. And we explain, classroom, the deliverable, etc. And we also ask you to make a presentation talking about you, because it's very important that you know yourself very well. As Marta said, the interview is very important, and it's like a little practice also. Then we have this career onboarding that is a little the same, giving you advices about your career, maintaining your industry if you like it, if you're not, etc. Then during the course, you will receive it from our career coach, Aurora Pulido, that is an expert in LinkedIn and CV and etc. You will receive a class with all the tips about how to do an elevator pitch, how to have a very good LinkedIn, a well CV. Then you will have a class with Marta, more an expert on the field, because once you have the format of the LinkedIn, etc., also you will have a class. Okay, now for the PM, you have to put this type of skills. Don't forget to put this, because the algorithm will don't give you the opportunity if you don't put it. So that is more specific for the specific field. Then you will have a powerful presentation class, as you will be ending all our bootcamp and with a demo day. That means that you will be pitching your final project in front of the allWomen community audience in a minute. It's a minute, but almost like this. The idea is that you learn how to pitch an idea, how to pitch a project. So you will be having this powerful presentation workshop with the Career Hacking for Women organization that are our teacher really. As I say, you will have it the demo day, and then it's when you finish the bootcamp, yeah. And then also, as I said, it's not like goodbye. We never said goodbye, really, if you don't want it. You will have this, as Marta mentioned, it's like an individual mentoring portfolio review. It's like if you want to be in our hiring fair, when you maybe will have the opportunity to know key, know different companies that are very prestigious and want to meet you, because we organize this hiring fair, we will ask you to have everything in place to really take advantage of this opportunity. So you will have the opportunity if you have your CV, your portfolio create, etc. If you don't have ideas to create more portfolio than the one that you create in the course, because it's very important, the portfolio and UX and UI and web, etc. We have this alumni program that in general, maybe I can put you in contact with a graduate of UX, a graduate of PM, a graduate of data science. You can do like a team and create something that you care or that you want to change, etc. Yes, in the alumni program, we are in contact with all the graduates that have the time to be part of, and we create things. We also have like some of the students that now are organizing, for example, from data science, make a Tableau class for the UX, web developer, PM courses. And the PM want to do like, what do you have to expect from the PM, and what is a canvas, what is a things that maybe for the other courses are interesting. And here we have like networking and job opportunities. Yes, all the time, because we receive job offer from companies, etc., and we share it from in the Slack channel, etc. So, question here. Sorry, I have to go. Okay, and practical information. This web development part-time course that Marta will be one of the teachers is a course that will be 24 weeks. It will be Monday and Wednesday from 6:30, because all of you in general work, and 9:30, and then the Saturday from 9 to 3 p.m. It will be starting in January, and you will be finishing in July, and then vacations. And we have, sorry, and then we have the full time that will be starting in February. It will be 10 weeks, but it's for women that don't work. We have like a option here that is a student finance. It's like an organization that we are partner that helping you to like have the finance thing resolved, because you start to pay a part because you have to pay a part, but then you can wait until you have a shop to pay the other. So in case you want to have more information, let me know, because I can share it with you. And the tuition fee is all here. You will be having discount if you pay upfront in one payment, and also we have an early bird discount until the end of the month. I put it if 15 for web developer will be until the end of this month, sorry. And this is the full-time prices. Questions? No? Any question? Okay. Thank you for being here. Marta, I don't know if you want to say something.
Not really. I think that I think that I gave all the information. If you have any questions, just let me know. Yeah, I really would like to, find out a little bit more about you girls, but I understand that you can be a little bit shy today. So, like, maybe if we meet in other scenarios, we can talk more. Like last week, I was having an assessment with Yolanda, one girl that actually signed up, and we really had a good talk. Not just about, because it was like assessment review. So I of course asked her some motivation questions, because I also want to know where her motivation comes from, and we also spoke a bit about like technical things. But it's nice to know someone's story, because we we want to treat you as individuals. We want to know you too. What's important, I think, at least that's how I imagine allWomen, is that we create community and we support each other, and this is like very important part of learning through bootcamp.
Yeah, and something that you remember, thank you, to me, is like really our courses are not like, they are live like this, like live, even if it's remote, you will have the teachers in live and you can ask questions, and you are not more than 16 students. That is make you like really, you will have like a lot of support. Yeah, it's not like a class that is 30 people there, so you will be I don't know, shy to ask something. It's more like a reduced group that you will take advantage of this to make question, understand better, and create a community, etc. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And Sarah, Elena, any question? Eva, any? Okay. Okay, I will I will encourage you to follow us in Meetup, because we have the She Startup very soon in December, as I said, and also we have this Friday a talk about research, UX research, and how to build the right product. So I will upload this. Thank you, Marta, for all your explanations. I won't be able to, I hope in the future I can say it as you, but I will take a time. So I will study more, but thank you very much to explain it so well. And okay, girls, feel free to set up a call with me. I will share it here, my meeting call. Voy a poner un minuto. So it's any compromise, anything, if you want to talk about your career opportunities, whatever, I am here for you. Yeah. Thank you very much.